All right, expats, it is day 6, Copenhagen.
So yesterday we were at sea, which was nice and relaxing, and then we made it to Copenhagen. And what are your thoughts on Copenhagen?
I absolutely love Copenhagen. It is the second time we've been here, and yeah, I just love it. It's a super charming place, absolutely beautiful. The only bad thing is it's pricey.
Yeah, that is true. It is expensive. But like Josh said, since we've been here before, we kind of just putzed around, walked around the city, didn't feel like we had to do anything huge or any of the big landmarks, which was nice. So we were able just to kind of relaxing, walking through.
Putz, that's a good Yiddish word there. I love it. Oh man, yeah. So we walked around, and we did have a little bit of an overcast day, a little bit of rain that kind of ran us around a bit. But other than that, it was absolutely beautiful. The temperature's perfect. This is the second time actually we've been here, kind of in this like mid to late August time. And it's probably the best time to do tourism here. I don't know about the other times of the year, just being so far up north. But yeah, loved it.
Yeah, last time we were here, even though it was around the same time, it was much cooler. So I think around this time, it starts to get a little colder. So we've not been here, November, December, January, but I imagine it's cold.
Yeah, I wish I could report to you guys on how that experience is, but we've not really experienced the cold up here in Denmark, Norway, Sweden, this part of Northern Europe.
So thinking about Copenhagen, if you've never been, what's really awesome is it's super walkable. They do a great job of making it easy to walk around. There's bikes as well. It's bike friendly, and it's not as chaotic, I would say, as Amsterdam.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think the core of the city center, if you will, is very, very walkable, and it's not very big. So if you're coming for a day, 3 days, 4 days, you're going to see the highlights and have a great time. Tivoli is a place that you should go. Am I saying that correctly?
I think so.
Tivoli, yeah, it sounds awfully Italian. But yeah, Tivoli Park or amusement park, whatever it is, it's really, really cool. It's historic. And then you also have some castles and some squares and some parliamentary buildings that are certainly great for photography and worth checking out.
Loads of cafes, restaurants. You can sit inside, outside. It's really just pleasant. And honestly, in my opinion, Copenhagen is beautiful. The buildings, the styles of the buildings. You've got some of the old style, some of the new style, and it's really beautiful.
Yeah, I would honestly say that Copenhagen is not overrun with commercialism, and that's really interesting because, like Kalie said about the cafes and restaurants, when you're looking around for a cafe or restaurant to hit up, everything looks so appealing, right? It just looks like that's the place I should be at.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've come to that time where I've got to ask that question, would you expat that?
Dun, dun, dun. In my opinion, yes, I would expat Copenhagen. I really like it. I think it's a great city to live in. I think the biggest downfall that you have to be careful about is it can be pricey. So depending on what your job is would depend on if you want to live there and what kind of lifestyle you would live. So maybe it would be hard as a digital nomad, but if you can come as an expat with a company, I think it would be great. Another possible downfall for me would probably be the cold. I'm not a huge fan of really cold, and I don't know, that's unfamiliar territory for me about the winter, so that could be a downfall. But I would expat it. You?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I would expat that. However, I would not expat Copenhagen if I was on a digital nomad's salary, for example. I think for people that are working and living in Copenhagen, making the Danish living wage, you're fine. People that are coming from the outside, tourists, whatnot, or digital nomads that are used to working on maybe a 35K budget USD or a 50K budget USD, wow, I don't know. And I think the taxes would be absolutely crippling. So I would not Expat Copenhagen if I was a digital nomad. However, if I was working in one of the local companies, yes.
So just a tip, if you're considering being an expat in Copenhagen, make sure you check out your salary, your benefits package, and the cost of living just to see if it's a place you could live.
All right, guys, tomorrow we head to northern Germany. We're going to be in a town called Warnemünde.
I guess. Don't ask me.
Closest city or closest town to Warnemünde is Rostock or Rostock. And I guess the biggest city close to that, you're about 2 hours by car, 3 hours by train to Berlin.
So we'll see you tomorrow in Germany.
Butchering languages.
Bye.
See ya.